Today we're going to look at the Outlier Black by Creative. Now this is another pair of Bluetooth headphones in that sub $100 range. One thing that's interesting about this though is it's from a pretty recognizable brand, Creative. A lot of the Bluetooth headphones that you've got out there, if it's under $100, it's probably from some no-name brand. Creative, I've heard of them before. I've had their sound cards in my computers before. So hopefully this is gonna sound pretty good. As far as features go, these are pretty bare bones. They've got Bluetooth, they've got, on-ear controls. You can connect them via a wire if the battery runs out, so they'll still function as a normal set of headphones. They do have a built-in microphone, but all that's kind of expected. The only thing that's maybe a little bit unique, there's maybe two things that are a little bit unique about these. One is the battery life. It's at 13 hours, which is not huge battery life, right? Some of these Bluetooth headphones, they got huge battery life. 13 is actually around the middle, but for the budget market, 13 hours is pretty good. I had a pair of Jabra Move wireless headphones before that were really good. I love the sound of them, but the battery life was about half what these are, so that's pretty decent. The other thing that's kind of nice about these is the all black design. If you like an understated pair of headphones, you don't want flashy logos or anything like that, I think this Creative Outlier Black is gonna be the kind of headphone that suits that aesthetic. All right, let's check out and see what's inside the box. So right out the gate, one of the things that stands out is the packaging here. This is bare bones, no frills packaging. Kind of reminds me of Amazon frustration-free packaging, which I love this stuff. And I'm hoping that this is as frustration-free and simple to open as some of those Amazon packaging. Let's go ahead and take a look and crack it open. All right, so what you get in the packaging is pretty straightforward. You get a micro USB cable for charging. You get a standard 3.5 millimeter to 3.5 millimeter audio jack, which will let you connect these via not Bluetooth if you need to. You get a little carrying pouch, which is kind of this, it's thin, it's felt, it's not a pleather or anything like that. It feels nice enough, I suppose. And then you get the headset itself, which is, initial impressions are this is actually much lighter than I thought it would be. This feels super, super light. Now that lightness, I think it comes because a lot of this down in here, this is a really lightweight plastic. It does feel a little cheap, I suppose, but it doesn't feel bad. Along the side over here is where you've got your controls, and now, all right, this is good. Along here is on this ear cup is where you have your controls. And one of the things I like about this headset is that it's got separate controls for volume up and down, which is clicking up and down, and skipping tracks, which is left and right on this control dial. A lot of Bluetooth headphones will combine those controls into one thing, and it just kind of makes it a messy experience. It's nice that these are separate. The other thing I was actually a little bit worried about looking at this on the website is I was worried that these buttons might be touch sensitive buttons, and they're not. They are actually clicking buttons, which for me is a good thing. Let's see the ear cups. These are a much softer than I expected. These feel pretty nice. This is, some sort of protein leather, I assume. Let's give it oh yeah, no way that's real leather. These ear cups are made out of a pleather-ish soft material. It feels really nice with the touch. It's definitely not leather, so hopefully it's still plenty durable, but it is going to be comfortable on the ears, I'm pretty sure. Now this headband, it seems to be made out of essentially the same material, and it does have a dark logo embossed into the top of it. Now on the left ear cup here, you do have the Creative logo, and on some of the promotional material, I wasn't sure if this logo was white or if it was black and it fit with the dark scheme of this. And the answer is it's actually neither. It's like a chrome. So it's not quite as sleek as if it had just been kind of a matte black logo on the matte black headphones, but it's still pretty understated. So the headphones are labeled on the inside, left and right. That's kind of a nice little touch. And as I put them on my noggin, let's see. You know, as described, very lightweight. And they describe themselves as an over-ear headphone, and they do actually fit as an over-ear headphone. It's a relatively small cup that's fitting over my ears. This is, you know, still a pretty compact headset, but it is an over-ear design, which is unique compared to some of the other budget Bluetooth headphones that I've tried out. That's kind of nice. If you're into the over-ear style, you might like this. Now, the audio isolation is not super isolated, but I am definitely hearing myself talk. It's a little muffled. But let's go ahead and hook it up to my phone and see how these babies sound. Use them at full volume. All right, what can I say? First impressions is they get pretty loud. If you like a loud pair of headphones, these get pretty loud without really distorting. The sound quality is not fantastic. You know, for 60 bucks, you're not gonna get top of the line audio quality, but it's not bad. It actually, you know, it's definitely listenable. Compared to something like the Jabra Move, which is retail price more expensive than these, but street price actually about the same price. I do prefer the audio quality on the Jabra Move. I think the difference between these two is the Jabra is more of a brighter sounding headphone. This is more of a darker sounding headphone, which just kind of means that, you know, the volume, it's a little bit warm, it's a little bass heavy. I think a little bit, maybe too much bass. The bass is actually a little overwhelming in these, but it's, you know, not especially crisp bass. Comfort wise, they're pretty good. You know, they're around the ear, so. And this material, because it's not real leather, I'm not sure how well it breathes, and it could potentially get a little warm on the ears just because it is covering your ear entirely. But that might be, you know, what you're looking for. Ooh, if I had to score these right now, out of 5 stars, I would say it's a solid 3 star. 3 stars out of 5. You know, it is not an excellent headphone, but it's only 60 bucks, so that's pretty cheap. It is very lightweight. The materials, especially the headband and these ear cups, actually feel really nice. The sound quality is not fantastic. I do like those Jabra Moves better. But I do like the buttons on the side of this. These are actually really nice buttons. And then unlike the Jabra Moves, the battery life in these 13 hours, that's pretty good. And the fact that they fold up like this, which makes them a little bit more compact, that's also pretty nice. Well, there you have it. That is the Outlier Black from Creative. You can check it out on Amazon by clicking the link I've got in the description down below. Also, be sure to hit the like button on this video if you liked it. If you didn't like it, don't hit the like button, but if you liked it, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next super review.